All right.
All right. You ready to get the podcast started?
Let's pod this cast and answer questions. So if you guys have any questions for us, Spencer will answer.
Yeah,
if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in
In the comment
Make them
section.
sort of relate to gaming. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Anything you want to hear us talk about in gaming, such as what is our stance on indie or
preferable.
oh, we've already heard that one there.
preferable
Eric,
gaming. I will
started
answer.
that.
I will answer anything you want. That's what separates me from them. So
Yeah, comb your hair more, fucking hipster.
I need to. Well, I need to put it up. But
That's
I
what separates
need to put it up. But I was in such a rush to get here because, I was up late. Doing my job. So
I was up late too, but I was here.
yeah.
I was here. I even texted.
can you imagine how much later you wouldn't have even shown up had I made you edit the podcast?
No.
I
You should have let me edit the podcast.
at like 10:30. I was thinking. I was like, I'm probably gonna leave because I'm fucking exhausted.
I'm still salty about that, by the way.
About what? What happened?
I uploaded the podcast with no edits, so it was an hour and 47 minutes.
You know, you.
He's like, oh, I got this, and then it's like Friday comes, I'm like, and he goes, I didn't do it.
That was like the thing with like Game Flip. When you commented to him, I'm like, now they think we're fucking crazy because I responded to him, and then you were like, "Oh, thanks, guys." And I was like, Shit.
Oh yeah, I was just
Yeah,
super
that's
excited.
Yeah, no, it's cool though. But
Yeah, he uploaded the whole
he's
thing.
so excited to.
But it was our 10th
Produce the
episode. We were celebrating.
He's always the most excited to drop new content for you guys. I'm usually not because I don't edit.
No, I had full intention of actually editing it, and then I got distracted by Destiny. And an hour of
you know-
Destiny turned into 4, and I was like, "What?"
It's like a
You and the
season.
funny nerd are going to be teaming up on that,
Mhm.
doing some sweet runs.
I
Sweet
heard.
moves, bro.
Mhm.
And I'll just be, by myself. Or actually, maybe we can get on Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, we should.
I don't want to hang on to it for too long because I want to have you play it. But hopefully the multiplayer works.
Whenever you get your copy.
Probably when I get back from Vegas. But
I want to get on the multiplayer.
Hello,
Yeah.
governor.
hey, governor. Oh, is that?
Is it Mr. Microsoft?
It's Mr. Microsoft. Can you do me a favor also? In my backpack, there's a water on the biggest thing.
He's one of those girls that he has something in his purse, but it's like, could you get my phone? It's in the small pocket.
Not outside.
Not that small pocket. The
Yeah,
other small
I got
pocket.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Microsoft? We're glad you're here.
All right, so I got a topic.
Okay.
I got a topic. I'm
Well,
gonna
real
throw
quick
down.
before you start, Mr. Microsoft, we might need to request your powers next week.
Oh yeah, talk to Eric. Neither of us are apparently going to be here, even though I told everybody I wasn't going to be here. I wasn't going to be here. I said that many months ago.
Okay.
Justin decided to flop on here.
You know what? You know why though?
Why?
I'm about to get real personal with you guys. Just got out of a relationship. And you hang out with my homie. That homie is that Cloud7 Heaven on Twitch and on Twitter and on Instagram. No, but seriously, I just need to kind of get out and I'm going to Vegas, not even to play slots or to even go out and drink. Well, probably drink, but I'm just doing it so I can hang out with my friend. We're gonna play stupid have you ever played The Bouncer?
No, that was a PS2 release
PS2,
game, right? Square
yeah,
Enix.
Square Enix. It's an amazing game because it's so terrible, but it's great.
Uh,
And that's what I'm going to get capture footage for. We can look at it. We'll see if we even want to do anything with it. But absolutely.
with the bouncer, yeah. I don't know.
You're going for work. Or not for work, for
my sister's
family.
wedding.
Yeah, which
You-
best
she-
wishes.
I was talking to my boss about it, and you're like, this is your second wedding, and I would be such a dick if they asked me to do a toast, and I go,
Oh, no.
They say third time's the charm. So good luck.
Then, like, mild applause.
Yeah.
Just, your girlfriend's just like,
Yeah.
oh, my God.
So I will not be here next week. Apparently, Justin won't be here next week.
Nope.
News to me, as of this morning. But
We'll see about streaming. I would like to do some streaming with the capture card. We'll see if my freaking computer can even handle it.
see about it.
We'll see. We'll see about everything.
All right. So you ready for a topic?
Let's get started.
All right. My topic that I'm bringing is, what is something in gaming that people talk about that they're annoyed with that you don't care about?
Okay. So I hit one, so I'm not going to hit that angle. We talked a little bit about this before we did the show. And I was like, that one's
It's
one.
a good angle, though.
But it is. but I'll get to that one maybe the second time around.
Ruby handled Eric a little earlier ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that.
Handled those nuts.
Yeah.
Got him.
He mashed him.
Am I behind on the times? Anyway, women. That is the thing that I find a lot of people complain about that never really bothered me. A big example is like...
How, like, they're not cooking enough?
We're going to be off the internet in no time, sir.
Kotaku's going to write an article.
I know, right? The Edge. Bunch of sexist pigs.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Whatever.
Fair enough.
Speaking of Kotaku, when our Rainbow Mika, whatever, was announced for Street Fighter V, the first thing they did, oh, well, here's a silly outfit. Not knowing that her outfit really hasn't changed since Street Fighter Alpha.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of silly. Like, no one's even worried about it. Yeah, sure, fine. She slaps her butt when she does her super move. Who cares? And it's a booty, like, bopper thing with her other...
Well, it gets to the point where it's any time a girl is sexualized,
Yeah.
they're just going to attack them.
Suddenly it's bad, yeah.
It's
And
just stupid.
in the sense of wrestling, and we pointed this out, we're, we old era, attitude era wrestling.
All about Sable and Trish Stratus and
Exactly.
Lita, like,
Yeah.
that's how it was.
That's how it was. And they dress that way. And she just happens to be a luchadora. So I've not watched too much like female like luchadora, yeah. Wrestling or anything like that, but I can imagine it's exactly the same thing. If you look at
And if it's not, it should be because she's very attractive.
yeah. And what? And the other thing to consider is when you look at characters like Urian, who's literally wearing a thong the entire time. He's just full naked besides the thong. Gil, same thing, full naked besides the thong. E Honda. I mean, we don't want to see that, but it's there.
Yeah.
You know,
Forced
all
to
of
look
that
at it.
stuff. No one's gonna bring up. But the minute you have a girl who's wearing something scantily clad, something that's a big deal. It's like that video that we did forever ago about Dead or Alive, where they tried to take out the overly sexual things to
Yeah.
try and change the view of it. But oh, look, there's guys in thongs essentially fighting. Oh, they're fine. They're tournament ready. Sure they are. Sure they are. You double
Tournament
standard motherfuckers. You know. So that's probably a big thing with me. It's just gender roles in general. Oh, why can't she be strong or independent? No, dude. Like, no.
Eric, I'm not sure you thought of a topic or a response to this yet, but where the topic right now is what's one thing in gaming that people complain about that you don't care about?
Have you both already answered?
No, I can go.
Yeah, you go ahead
Okay.
first.
So, oh shoot, what was mine? I had
I
one.
can hit
I had
again.
one. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Uh,
I had one, and for some reason, it just
frame
popped in
rate.
my head.
So
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I don't want to take it
Oh, I
because
remember what mine was. Anyway,
I thought it was gonna be yours.
So frame rate, and that's a big thing. Is a lot of times a good example was we just did Until Dawn, reviewed it,
yeah.
Mhm.
and there was the mention of the frame rate and how it should have been lowered. Actually, correct?
Mhm.
Because it fits a more cinematic approach, which is what the game is marketing itself towards. It's essentially a slasher flick that, like most slasher flicks nowadays, turns into something that's completely silly.
Yeah.
So-
It should have been. It should have been 24 frames per second.
Yeah,
It went for 30.
yeah.
Looks ridiculous.
It started off as like the very first Jason, and then graduated to like Jason X. Like fuck, he's in space. And
Damn
then-
it, Jason's in space again.
Shit.
Just see him floating around.
God damn it! Yeah. But the thing to consider is that frame rate. A lot of times people are like, "Oh, 60 frames are bust," and that's absolute bullshit.
Mhm.
To be like, "Oh, 60 frames, 1080p resolution's the other part." It usually goes hand in hand with it. That people over embellish, but can't even fucking notice. A lot of people will go like, "Oh, it's 900,"
I do know people, specifically as PC gamers mostly, but that will not play a game unless it's over 60 frames per second. Legit, like, it has to be over 100 frames per second.
blows the mind.
Yeah.
It's just
Which-
like-
And I get the angle they're coming from is that they spent a whole bunch of money to make sure their computer could do it, but they're not looking at it from a gamer perspective. They're looking at it from a
tech standpoint.
tech,
Yeah.
bigger dick standpoint.
Yeah, more like performance oriented rather
Yeah.
than, hey, you're playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stuff like that where people focus on.
You know what? It kind of comes to me as you get a 4K TV, and then you watch Star Wars,
Okay.
and you're like, this isn't in 4K. It's like, well, no,
Enjoy it.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's not in 4K.
Yeah.
Like that's not the thing that holds it back.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna play it. Or
I'm not gonna watch
or,
Star Wars.
Or yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. Or being like, I don't know, like you're eating something and you're like, this isn't Romanian lettuce, is it? No,
Yeah.
but it's a good burger, right?
and then they just do the whole push the plate. I love that, the quiet push. It's like this isn't. Is this iceberg lettuce? They're like, yeah, and then it's just really quiet, like, yeah, and then the sigh. It's like,
Check, please.
yeah,
yeah.
I'll just take the check. I'm not really hungry, to be honest. Never was.
and at the end of the day, you're missing the point. You know, when it comes to frame rate, a lot of people are like, oh, why wasn't Bloodborne at 60 frames? Cinematics. Cinematically, it looks better not being at 60 frames.
I'll say that as far as frame rate goes, if it drops below, like if
Mad
it's
Max?
noticeable, like if
If it Mad Maxes?
if it hiccups, if it Mad Maxes, then yeah, I'm gonna complain about your frame rate. But if there's no hiccups and if it's fluid and it moves and it doesn't take me out of my engagement and my immersion,
Yeah.
then I'm not even thinking about the frame rate.
Yeah.
You can min max and then you can mad max.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that's totally true. Yeah.
Immersion
Mhm.
is what it comes down to. A game doesn't need to run at 60 frames to be a good game. It doesn't need to run at 30 frames to be, like, it's not missing something.
Mhm.
There's very few games.
I would say
that
30
require-
frames would probably be a safe bet.
Yeah.
I think they should shoot for it. Because if that's what it takes, then shoot for 30 frames per second and make everything else great.
Yeah.
60 frames, you don't need it.
It's more of like dessert
Yeah.
at the end of the day. 60 frames is like, oh, it's on Metal Gear Solid. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, okay.
But and very few games rely on it. Like racers, they need it. Shooters, they need it.
Turn-based RPGs, you know.
Sprite.
Yeah. Chrono Trigger.
They need it. Fighters, they need it.
Yeah.
Everything else is kind of like I say shooters, but not every shooter.
Mhm.
If it's not competitive, technically you don't, because it's not about reaction time. Who are you competing against? You know, some games that do it, it's just for it's for you.
You know what mine is?
What?
So mine is, to preface it, I listen to a lot of collectors on YouTube.
Okay.
And I get where
Dumpster
they're
divers. And
I
stuff?
get where they're coming from. Well, yeah, I do, but that's not specifically who I'm speaking about.
Oh,
Technically, I guess they could be, but
I've seen a few.
what I see is a lot of them. They'll open the book or they'll open the game and be like, "Ugh, "Man, remember when games had manuals?" And it's like, I miss those days. Nowadays, they don't even put manuals in their games, and I'm like, I don't give a shit.
It's like remember where games are cartridges?
Yeah.
Isn't that great that
Yeah.
they're discs?
Remember you had to blow in them and everything.
Yeah,
It's like,
it was fucking shitty.
yeah. No, I don't care about manuals. And I don't
Yeah.
need them.
Yeah.
I don't need 'em.
It's like a free mini art book is all the manuals were, really.
You know what comes with that art book? Metal Gear Solid 5. Or it's a poster, actually. Sorry. I didn't take it.
I'll put it on my wall.
Oh, is that actually folded up inside that
Yeah, it's
thing?
folded inside. Yeah,
Oh.
they gave it to you. I think that comes with the day one. But yeah, no, that stuff's irrelevant. Like, who cares? Am I really going to be like, oh shit, better take this with me?
Wait, I can't remember how to jump.
Oh shit, I want to read about the warranty. You know,
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah. Well, back when games didn't have in-game tutorials, and like you needed to learn things, you had to look things up or like get the strategy guide to figure things out. Then yeah, the instruction manuals had a purpose, but nowadays they have just walls of text in the game to tell you how to play.
And there's the
So that-
internet.
Yeah, and there's the internet and all that stuff.
Which is what we're on right now.
Check us out on theitchnetwork.com.
Slash the internet.
YouTube slash the internet. YouTube slash the itch network. That's where we
Twitter.
are on the internet.
Which no one ever retweets.
Isn't that one? Is that the one you do?
Yeah.
Uh.
No one ever retweets.
I know, right? That's
And
why
I-
I quit.
And everyone always, every time we upload something, that's like the tweet. And I'm like, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to keep throwing out tweets, you know? So on occasion, I'll tweet something and then nothing.
Nah.
I'm like, oh, it's Mad Max in here. Everyone's dead.
The waste.
Or asking for water.
Yeah.
Regardless, you got one, Eric?
For a feature in games that people crave or go crazy about that
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
No, they get mad about it. Like they
Oh.
don't like it.
They don't like it.
Yeah.
Pretty much DLC. Like DLC to me, there even games that I love, I refuse to purchase DLC. And there's been one exception over the last couple years. Destiny was the only exception, and in all honesty, I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
My friend was so adamant about me getting it that he bought it for me, and I was like, I'm totally appreciative of it because it definitely extended my interest in the game, but I wouldn't have bought it.
Bitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bought the expansion. It would have taken me.
Fire Max.
Oh, thank you.
I would have. It would have been a couple months before I actually bought the DLC.
Yeah.
And people get mad because the DLC isn't in the original game or something like that. But in my opinion, then I'm not going to buy the DLC. If you don't want to give me a full game on release, then I'm reviewing your game based off of your original release.
Totally agree with that.
And
totally agree.
I'm not going to review it like we didn't do a review for like The Dark Below.
No.
But we tried to do one for the House of Wolves because it drastically changed.
It's changing again, too.
Yeah, it drastically changed Destiny. And with this coming week, they're doing something really interesting with Destiny. Is they're providing the patch and all the content a week early.
Oh,
so
yeah.
this coming Tuesday, when patch 2.0 comes out for your Destiny game, you're going to be able to play. You're going to be able to play the new leveling system, the new gearing system, the new PvP maps and match modes.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to do all that stuff without having to purchase the next expansion. And if that continues on past the expansion date, I might not pick up the Taken King.
Oh, God. I actually was considering picking it up, so...
Yeah. I mean,
This
we
is
could still
fucking-
play together. We could still do PvP.
No.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Justin doesn't
What?
play with scrubs.
The plebes.
Yeah.
The way I see it is DLC is always optional.
Mm-hmm.
I have a big problem when people are like, oh, the pre-order bonus? Fuck that. Like some, it's bullshit, like Deus Ex, right? I don't know if you guys
Oh,
saw
yeah,
that.
I've seen that.
That's...
The tier system they got
fucking-
going on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second.
You guys were doing good, but then you fucked up. You know? But, oh, hey, pre-order...
I don't think... Just Daniel is saying, yes, but their game is messed up. They need to act soon, right? I actually think it's doing incredibly well.
Yeah,
Which
it's doing
game?
fine.
Destiny.
Destiny?
I assume
Oh.
that's what you're talking about.
For no offense, but for how much content you can kind of burn through sort of quick to where it gets to the point of being repetitive,
Mm-hmm.
and people are still playing it, that says something about the game.
Yeah.
It's more
we,
the game
we, should,
design.
we should talk about the Deus Ex thing separately, though.
Yeah, no,
That'll
we
be
can hit
that
it.
should be a news story.
Yeah, we'll hit it.
Okay.
Cool.
But to comment on Destiny, I will say that game, I go through stints with it.
Yay.
Like, there'll be like a 3-month... Wow.
Thank you, Firemax. I appreciate it.
They have... they keep pulling me back in when they do certain events, but overall...
Stop loss, man.
Hmm?
Stop loss.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, for me, when the Dark Below... I think that's what it's called. The Dark Below hit, I don't think I played until like a month after that because I assumed that they were going to be patching and fixing a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, too, is that I typically don't enjoy day one games because of not DLC, but the patching of the game.
Yeah, because there's the online. If there's an online component, it's not on.
No, it's not going to work, just like Metal Gear Solid for you right now.
Oh, this
You
days.
you got it day one, and you haven't been able to play it. I can't remember the last game I picked
Unity.
up. Was
Unity
it
for me?
Oh, it was Unity. There was another game I picked up, and Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse. When I picked up that game, I could not get online and actually play. It was really spotty.
Yes, there is new Deus Ex.
It was really spotty for me to get online and actually be able to play and do all this stuff. I kept getting kicked off, or like my friend couldn't get on, but I could, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And that was the first week. After that, everything ran smoothly and it was great, but I hate picking up day one games because not everything is going to work.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest with you, it's unfortunately a what's the thing called?
Business model?
No, bad truth. I'm trying to think of the word though.
Bad truth.
No, it's not bad truth. It's like it's an evil, an unfortunate, an inevitable evil, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
I get your idea.
Yeah.
I
So
get where
essentially,
you're going.
you have to deal with it because right now pre-orders don't mean guaranteed copies. So what a lot of businesses do, and it might have changed, but I remember reading about this, is they estimate the
Mm-hmm.
server space, but they don't want to go over. Like they don't want to buy, They don't want to
His
buy
headset.
all shit. They don't want to buy all these
Servers.
servers.
Yeah,
if
they
not
don't
all the
have
people
to.
are going to be using it.
Yeah, and I understand that, but at the same time, it's like you should be prepared. Like you should have some kind of preparation, because to me, it's like you have all these alphas and betas,
Yeah.
and you have pre-ordering for people that are like getting ready. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna play your game, and then you should have those servers necessary, like on loan, basically.
Yeah.
You tell the seller, like, hey, we're gonna have these set up, and if our game sells, we will for sure pay you. But like, it should be layaway kind of thing, like ready
that
just
makes
to
more
turn
sense.
on and then it just goes.
But I think, and that's a good idea.
Or buy old servers from other.
That's probably
games that
what they do, to be
Yeah.
honest. They're probably like, hey, Battlefield 4, move on over to Final Fantasy or something. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But regardless, I think the way they see it is it's better to fuck up than fuck
True.
down.
Bad Truth, new
It's-
Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, it is.
Is
Because,
it?
baby, now we got Bad Truth.
Is that how it goes?
I knew
Yeah,
you
you
had
know-
the album.
No, the best part about that song is Kendrick Lamar. He's amazing.
I actually have to say he I listened to his full new album, The Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah,
I actually really liked it. He did a really good job on that album.
he's great. Yeah.
There's a lot of emotion in it.
Hey, Spencer. You know, he's blacker than you now, right? You got a black mic, but
None of you guys have seen Straight Outta Compton yet, so I don't know what you can say. My brethren have gone through so much, and you guys are just talking about these new age rappers. I'm all about that '90s rap,
really.
that late '80s rap. That's kind of how I get down.
Well, you know where Kendrick Lamar's from, right?
No,
Compton. He is straight out of Compton.
Compton post Straight Outta Compton, maybe.
Post out of Compton.
We're not in Compton anymore. We're straight out of it. So
Straight out of Compton.
think about that. Straight out of Outer Compton.
Straight out of Outer Compton.
It's like Outer Heaven.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Straight out of Compton 2. Straight into Compton.
We're going back.
I want them to do
Going
straight
back.
when they make, because I know they're making a next one. I want them to make it Straight Outta Compton 2 and then put a subtitle below it.
Here we go again.
Yeah, or what kind of like Ice Cube's like new career movies. Just like
Oh.
Straight Outta Compton 2. Are we there yet?
And then it's like him in the background.
Yeah.
Special guest, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
They're doing another Friday movie, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And it's
The guy-
actually bringing back like the original cast
Uh-huh.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Good. We'll get to see Chris Tucker doing some work. That's good
Well,
to see
he
that.
did a comedy act on Netflix. It wasn't that good.
Yeah. Let's see him
It's
get.
just-
Let's do
yeah.
some.
I saw that. I didn't click it. I think I ended up watching something about Atari. A documentary on Atari.
It's game
Oh, that
over.
thing is so slanted.
Yeah, I think
It
it's
might have
over.
been called Game Over.
Yeah, I have it on
I
my-
turned it off.
I've heard of that. A friend was telling me about that, and it sounds so
Hey, bang bang pew pew pew.
so slanted.
What?
That Atari video.
Really?
It's like apparently it's like almost half of it or something is about ET,
You
Yeah.
say, oh, fuck that.
and it's
No.
like that's not
It's
really the
focused
reason
on-
that Atari went under, but
Yeah,
It's
they
a
so
big-
focused on that
it's-
one thing.
it's contributing
It's I can't say the word. Cumulative.
cumulative.
Thank you. I look at the U and I'm like Cole, but it's Q. Whatever.
You put an
Fuck
L
it.
in there.
Huh?
Anyway,
Yeah, CUL. Yeah, I know. But regardless, stop looking at each other and
Just-
judging me.
just gonna,
I don't need your bullshit.
I'll judge.
Do you
I'll
want me
keep-
just to look into your eyes?
Yeah.
I'll do it, baby. Anyway, stop. Oh God. Seriously though, yeah, it's cumulative. It's not just ET came out and then the world went under.
I would argue it was Pac-Man.
Really?
If you want to go into a specific game that it was, I think it'd be Pac-Man.
I think every game in that era
Well, because-
was a murder.
because Pac-Man was in the arcades as like this awesome looking game. They're doing all that, and they're like, let's port it over to Atari, and so everyone's
fucking
like,
sucks.
everyone's like, all right, let's we can see what consoles can be like at home, and they look like that, and it looks bad. It looks,
Bad blood. Because now you got
like
blood.
Pac-Man isn't even a circle.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah,
It's like a
It's a
square.
square.
It's like it's supposed to be a circle,
It's a
but it's
square.
like a square and then like a
It's a circle.
rectangle.
It's a circle. It never ends. There's no corners.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah,
God.
that's what I think did it. If you wanted to go to a specific game,
I mean, yeah, no, that is absolutely that makes sense. I think like I said, any game before before Mario was shit. Every game essentially sucked. What?
excuse me.
Huh.
What about Galaga?
Pong.
Okay, I mean, Pong is. Oh, you hit it back. I hate it back.
It's tennis.
I hate it back there.
You know what though? They put. I'm impressed with that game
What?
because the amount of stuff they just put into that game without
Knowing.
knowing like what video games are.
Yeah.
They even had sound in it.
What?
I mean, think about how crazy that is. That the first game had sound in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
That's something.
it makes sense, but I mean in the sense of like every one of those games contributed to the fall of.
I mean, I guess, but
That's like okay. This is probably a little out there. That's like every Nazi contributed to genocide.
well, yeah.
Maybe that's terrible. It's a bad. We'll be right back.
It's a
after
true
this
fact.
break.
But
Wait,
but-
Pac-Man got into a car crash? Is that in the PS2? Or is that a Smash Bros. Reference?
I was gonna say, I was like, it must have been on the Wii. Or the Wii U.
Yeah, Donkey Kong is technically before Mario.
It is, but that's
Mario was Jumpman in it, right?
Yeah, he was Jumpman, but that was essentially just you jumping over and getting up to Daisy. Yeah,
that game was actually hard.
yeah, it actually
It
fucking
was really
was.
hard.
But the thing is like games weren't really trying to be anything other than just slight entertainment. And then when you have something like Mario, it's like okay, there's a bit more of a purpose.
Yeah, that's
behind it.
actually very true. Like the way that games are made nowadays, they're meant to capture you for hours on end. To where games back in the day, it was something just to pass a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's like as short as a commercial break.
That's why they never had endings or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or if they
I haven't
did,
thought
they were
about
just
that
like
before.
no, yeah, there were no endings. There was no ending for any game before the rebirth of gaming, was there?
There was.
Rebirth.
I don't know if you played. Did you ever hear Custer's
Oh no, dude.
either Revenge or Last Stand? I can't remember which
Last
one.
Stand.
Last Stand.
Revenge.
That is the funniest thing that ever happened.
That's terrible.
Are you familiar with that?
It's so
It's like the most racist, offensive
sexist,
game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You essentially have to dodge. You're playing as General Custard, and there's a Native American woman who is naked on the other side of the scene, and you have to dodge arrows, which doesn't even look like they're fucking. There's no hit detection,
Yeah.
and you have to dodge them, get over to her, and then you have sex with her. That's it.
Huh.
And it's in
Yeah, you
its
literally-
sprite glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all its beautiful sprites. Do you know what gold miner? Oh, is that a gold mine thingy?
No.
Ah.
No thanks.
No. Like,
We're mining gold already, right? You feel me? We're backing up in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I'm Kendrick. Okay, sorry.
I'm Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I know you want these nuts.
That's true.
Yeah,
oh,
they were.
Oh, it's just Daniel in the chat says, I think
Yeah, it
you
was
can
right.
argue for early RPGs to be more just short entertainment. Ultima and Wizardry,
Yeah.
any are pre-Mario. Sorry, I can't read that from here.
Two.
You want me,
I
to, want me to make it bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Absolutely. But and that's the thing that we argue. Man, your feet are really pale. You see, fucking look at them legs. Her feet.
Do you ever walk on the ground without shoes?
It's like. Stop.
He doesn't even walk on the ground. He hovers over it.
Eric, no,
He
I
walks
don't
on air.
walk on the ground without shoes. I'm not Jesus.
You're like, I'm not a savage.
Yeah.
God.
Wait, I'm confused where that question comes from. Are you walking around without shoes?
Well, do
Yes.
you ever walk without? Like, do you walk around barefoot?
Like around the house? I'll walk
Outside?
Around. No, not outside.
Do your feet?
Why?
Why would you do
Well,
that?
I don't do that either, but my feet.
Yeah,
don't
I'm
look-
confused, Eric. Why are
My
you
feet don't
walking
look
around outside
ghastly.
without shoes on?
I'm poor, okay?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I did it as a kid all the time.
Oh, fault. Yeah.
Proud of him.
But yeah, games.
Shoot, I used to play basketball barefoot.
God damn, the
Just
struggle is real.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's I had shoes
Next you're gonna be like, I
inside.
grew
It
up
was
in
just
Cashion.
too much work to put shoes on to play.
Damn. Anyway.
That's
fuck.
early lazy.
Yeah. I would say lazy, man. Like,
The only time that
get
I
more and more gangster, dog.
the only time that I ever was over like, all right, I have to put shoes on to go outside was summertime.
You're like, I've
Can't
got a
walk
date.
on the asphalt barefoot.
I'm taking this girl out. Better put some shoes on.
Yeah. You know what, girl? I'm putting on the shoes.
Right. You should be honored.
She's shoe level. She's shoe worthy.
You go to like a play,
Yeah.
a theater, prestigious, and you're just like, nah, my shoes. Not even socks.
She's like, honey, we're going to the play. What are we watching? Shakespeare? Nah.
No
it's
shoes for
Hamlet.
Yeah.
No.
How long is it? No.
Yeah.
So, what was it? I think you can argue for early RPGs to be more just short entertainment.
I think you meant more than just short entertainment.
Well,
She's a Compton, yeah.
the very essence of an RPG is that it provides more than what a basic game does. Well, back then was like Mario.
No, there was definitely there were games that did it, but it's kind of the generic push for games at the time were more suited towards like an arcadey
Yeah,
experience.
slight time waste.
And there are games that are going to have that
Yeah.
experience, like.
There's games that do it now.
But that was the kind of general idea. But yeah, Final Fantasy was that before Mario? I don't think so.
Final
I don't
Fantasy?
think so. Final Fantasy, like Legends and 1 and 2.
The first Final
There's
Fantasy
no
came out
way.
in 85?
There's no way that Final Fantasy came out before Mario.
No, I don't think it did.
I'm looking it up.
Look it up, sir. Please. Type away on your phone. In the meantime,
But, yeah.
let's we got another topic to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Ready for me to kick it old school?
Yeah, do
I'm
it.
coming straight out of knowledge.
1987. It's the first Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Look at
Mario
Mario.
came out like 85.
Anyway, keep going.
No way in hell. Damn. Okay, guys, relax. Shit. No. So my topic, and you guys can chime in on this one, including those. at
Oh,
home.
thanks.
Take you back to the basement. Tie you up, treat you right. Anyway, the the topic that I had, I was actually in class, and I'm going for game design. Oh, imagine that.
Jumpman originally appeared in 1981
Uh-huh.
on the Donkey Kong arcade.
What about actual first?
Actual Mario was
Yeah.
1985.
Oh, so, you said it for Final Fantasy.
So yeah, Final Fantasy was 87.
87.
Dragon Quest, I'm not sure. He's probably same year.
1700s, I think. It's so played out. No.
Let me look up Ultima. Keep going.
Regardless, here's the Chad wins. I'm in class and talking to the teacher, and the teacher's like, what are you going to write about? Because I'm doing an article.
Yes, you can.
Sure.
Bad,
yeah.
Bang, bang, pew,
Ask
pew,
a question. Doing an article, or I'm doing a scholarly journal, whatever. And she's like, "Why do you like Metal Gear Solid 3 so much?" It's like, well, it's the first game I really felt like truly like emotionally attached to. There were a couple others, like my brother, I think, cried at like Final Fantasy 7. Like, who fucking didn't? Me, I didn't cry.
I
Yeah.
didn't,
I didn't cry.
because I
Did
didn't
you
play
cry?
it.
From what? Which
Final
game?
Fantasy 7.
I never got to the point where you
I don't
would
want to
cry.
yell it right now. I'm really tired, and I still gotta go to the gym after this. I'm gonna be hurting.
It's got to be The Rock. But anyway, the I never got to the point in Final Fantasy VII where you would cry. But every time I played it, I've already known that what
it
happens.
happened. Yeah. And you're just like, fucking cares.
Yeah.
And it was a different time then, without the internet, without being spoiled about this, that it was sort of a big deal that you had a main character die. And it was the first Final Fantasy.
But
What?
so just so everybody knows, there is a spoiler involved in this.
Dude, come on.
And
It is so old.
Well, with
there's
the
a character,
remake coming
there's a character
out.
named Aerith and everything, and she is killed by somebody, and that person is John Cena.
Yeah, so John Cena actually he kills her, and then afterwards he's like standing over her body like, you can't see me.
Yeah.
I think Cloud's just like, what the fuck? I don't even know any of his signatures, to be honest.
By the way, Ultima 1 came out in 1981.
Goddamn.
That's an old ass game.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
Old
Oh,
Like old timer.
oh, stop.
Like
uh,
old timer.
shut up. Old
Mine was better than yours.
No, mine was so cool and so witty, mate.
No.
Anyway,
No.
but she's like, oh, why'd you like it? And I was like, oh, I like being attached to it. And she's like, is this the first game you're attached to? I'm like, holy shit, it was. So I started thinking, what what does a game have to do to like get you attached? And I mean like on an emotional like level, to where you care about the characters. You know it's fake, right? Like just when you walk in a movie theater, you know it's fake. But yet at the end of the rom-com, when they get back together, like they follow the 3 acts, and you're like, oh, why? Why do you get attached? Why does one why does one game that has the same formula as another one get you more attached than the other one does? do
We're
it
both
too,
like,
yeah.
oh, who's gonna go first?
We both clucked.
Yeah. So
Yeah, go for it.
for me, yeah, go ahead and ask a serious question.
Go for it.
For
Yeah, go for
me,
Keep going.
the difference between games for me is that one, you have to have a relatable situation.
Okay.
It has to be somewhat realistic for me to relate to it. I have to, even if it's a far-fetched like scenario, as long as I can relate to it, and as long as I can relate to it, I can piece it together and fit how my emotions and my feelings into how that character is reacting. Now, there's things like you also need immersion has to be there, and to be immersed, I need sound, music, graphics. All of it has to mesh. It doesn't have to be the best of the best graphically, but as long as it makes sense for the story that's being told and it doesn't take me out of my immersion. I need those two things, and then I need to be left alone to actually focus in on the game itself. If I'm being interrupted by work or by
Those
my
hoes.
phone going off a lot.
Dude, hoes are a big distraction lately. I can't
Firemax,
believe
we're not talking about jokes in the gaming industry right now. Anyway, keep going.
Oh.
Oh shit! Shots fired.
No, I mean, there'd be no shots coming back. Everyone agrees. Keep going.
So there's a handful of things that I need to actually be attached to a game to actually emotionally care about it.
I would rather be John Cena
Oh, the question was, who would you rather be, Martin Luther King I didn't
in his prime or John
in his
Cena?
prime, or John Cena in 2015? 2015.
20,000. As John Cena will most definitely
Be an artifact.
be they'll sever his head like in Futurama and put him in a little tube.
He's John Cena, like the 5th.
Yeah.
500th, whatever. The return.
Jonathan Cena.
I don't want to shout it. I'm too tired. I was trying to get the review done for Metal Gear.
Both of these guys were troopers last night. I was in bed by like 10 o'clock. These guys were like up until 4 a.m.
I knew Spencer was mad at me, and I texted him. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this done.
Yeah. He texted me. He goes, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this for the review, and I'm like, it's fine. Everything's fine. I just don't. I just don't feel good. I'm fine. I want to go home because I'm sick.
Oh, man. No. Okay, don't touch me.
Oh, it's just Daniel in chat says, "Can we get the real Justin back,
That's
please?"
the thing the girls do with the shoulder when you try to touch them and they don't want to be touched. They go,
Yeah. Stop it.
stop it.
Get off of me.
I'm sorry.
Did I tell you? Did I say you could?
Yeah.
Like,
I
shit.
said I'm fine. Let's keep going.
I'm fine.
I hate
Can
that
we get
word.
the real Justin
Yeah.
back?
Do it once for them. Do the John Cena.
The John Cena.
Yeah.
I can't.
What's his name?
John Cena.
There's a character in Metal Gear Solid. He's the main character. He's big on tactical espionage. He's a hero. He's a hero to the world. He becomes a villain later.
Oh. He
And
turns
his
heel.
Yeah, and his name is what's his name? There's a character in Metal Gear Solid. He
Can
has
I power up? I need the spirit bomb, okay?
There's a-
I'm trying to get
I'll
energy.
give you my energy.
Yeah.
Take it.
There's a character in Metal Gear Solid. He has two revolvers.
And his name's John Cena!
There you go. The people
He's got the black lung.
the people got what they wanted.
Black lung pop.
He just destroyed their ears.
You've been in the mines for a day, Derek.
I think we should keep doing it where we'll talk about we'll
Okay.
talk about it afterwards. It's a gimmick though. Anyway, keep going about it.
We're a gimmick.
Yeah, but going back to what I need to be immersed and care about a game and to be emotionally attached, I need immersion. I need to be left alone. I need to have the game. The game has to have good sound, graphics, all that stuff, for me to actually be involved in it. I did that for Journey. Everyone was telling me how great of a game it was, and I wanted to give it a fair shot and give it its best shot.
Yeah.
So I turned off my phone, put headphones on, turned the lights off. It was late at night, and just sat and just focused on this game and played it. And I started at like 6 o'clock. I ordered pizza beforehand. I filled up. I was all fat and happy. And I was like, all right, let's get this game going. And then I finished it, and I'm like,
Let's get this game going.
all right. But yeah, that's how I feel you should go about gaming. You need to give each game that opportunity. And if it doesn't do it, that's fine. There are plenty of games that won't do it for you.
So for you, it's just ridding yourself of distractions
Mhm.
and kind of developing a tunnel vision.
Yeah, and that's technically what video games are for. It's a distraction. It's supposed to help you recoup and just step out of what's going on in reality right now and just kind of take a break from it. And once you're all set and good to go, and you're like, all right, okay, cool, back to reality. Ah, fuck this. I'm going back to gaming.
So I think my answer to your question was what was your question again? No, I know it is. I just want your wording of it.
What does game have to do to get you invested, like emotionally?
So emotionally invested for me, there's very few games that can do it, and I think the main thing for me that I have certain games out there that I have emotional investment in, and I think they all point to discovery.
Okay,
Let me explain that a little bit.
elaborate, sir. Elucidate, if you would.
Will do. So for Discovery, it is all of these games. The common theme is that at the time I was new to something. So new to video games. Super Mario World will always hold a special place in my heart because that was my first video game. So I was new to it. I was discovering games.
Bad choice, but could have been Sonic. Anyway, keep going.
No, my parents loved me, so they never got me that.
Oh, or they were just afraid.
They
that
wouldn't torture me like
blast core processing would be too much for you.
that.
They
Yeah.
had to find something at your educational level.
Gotcha. Yeah. Blast core processing is a myth, though. So there's that. There's another one. So Discovery, leading into that, Pokemon was probably the next really... Well, Zelda, but that's just because it's a freaking good game.
Yeah.
But Pokemon was the next bit because me and my brother actually saved up and got our own Game Boy Pocket to play that game.
Mm.
And
Was
so...
that in color?
Nope.
Oh god.
That's black and white, baby.
Oh.
And we played that just to play Pokemon, just because we saw it and everything. And that was us just being, learning how to get our own games and new thing to play with and everything. So
That's the
that
worst
was-
game to play two players on. 'cause
Oh,
you
yeah.
shared the same
I-
file.
So-
Why'd you get rid of Nidoking, bro?
kind of a sick story with that.
Oh wait.
Another me being a jerk. I got the
Trademark.
blue version, never finished it for whatever reason. We also got the red version. That was my brother. He bought it, and he played a game for a little bit. One day, I just walked in, deleted his file, and started over. And that's the version that I actually beat the game on. But he's like,
You had to step on somebody
Yeah.
to feel motivated enough to finish
Yeah.
the game.
I've turned off my brother's Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, did you?
When it was like an hour and 30 minutes.
That's fucked
And I'd
up.
be like, okay, it's my turn to play. And then he's like, oh, let me get a save point. Choom.
oh, dude, that's fighting words. right
Wow.
It didn't work like that. I pressed down on the button. I was like, you better find one. And then I let out.
there.
Sorry.
And then the Chrono Trigger
I
and
would have
Earthbound.
broken that controller over your forehead.
Chrono Trigger and Earthbound come from a weird place, and that's emulation.
Okay.
I was new to the idea that you could actually play games on a computer, like Super Nintendo games and stuff.
All right.
And a friend showed it to me once, and I played Chrono Trigger for a little bit, and I was like, "Wow, I need this in my life." So I went home, and he told me how to you got to download it, and you put the thing on the thing, and then it makes the game go. And so I was like,
Vroom,
"This is
vroom.
amazing!"
Skeet, skeet. Bah.
And I got that, and of course that game hit me really hard, and I was like, "This is
Right in the
what
balls.
gaming should be." And then I toured around with a whole bunch of other things, and emulation being my new big thing that I was into. And the one that stuck
Stealing.
with me was Earthbound.
Yeah.
From there, there were a bunch of other games I played, Final Fantasy VI included. I don't know, it just didn't click with me on that level. I'm playing it now, so it's a good game.
It's clickinger.
But for whatever reason, that didn't work with me. But Earthbound just stuck, and I played a whole bunch of other games. I actually downloaded Sonic for the Sega, and I was like,
We
yeah,
got him. We got him. We got him.
yeah. I was
I
like,
thought he
this is,
said he'd never played it
this
before.
is practically unplayable.
He just did now.
No, I played it before.
he's
I
talking-
said that.
you're
I
talking
never,
about-
I didn't play it more than 5 minutes.
It's like, I've never... There's more than the Green Hill Zone. Okay. All right.
Oh, it's just Daniel in the chat asks, what age were you when you played Chrono Trigger and Earthbound?
Oh, jeez.
He's like 6 seconds old. He's a baby.
I must have been. I was obsessed with it in 7th grade. Absolutely obsessed. I want to say I was 10, or maybe not 10 or 11. No, I think it was 10. No, 10 or 11. It was one of those.
All right.
And yeah, it was just that was what I thought gaming should be going forward. So again, sense of discovery, that's new, and then getting my own PS2. That would be Metal Gear Solid 3 was a big one for me because again, just like being in a new environment. And one funny thing about this is that a lot of games come with a soundtrack to me, but not the soundtrack of the game, like an actual CD
Album.
that I was
Yeah.
listening to at the time.
I have that as well.
Yeah. So Chrono Trigger, unfortunately, it's Linkin Park because had a bad taste in music at that age. But Linkin Park kind of goes with that. For Earthbound, it's the song Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. Because I was downloading emulators and ROMs, but I was also downloading music. Oh. But in that song, for whatever reason, I would just play that one a lot. So there's that. And then, so again, it's just that big sense of at the time that I was doing it, it was new. I was at this point in my life, I was doing this kind of stuff. And that's usually what makes it stick for me. Unfortunately, it's not the quality of the game, because there's some games that are less than great that are probably in there. Not saying Donkey Kong Country 2 is a bad game, but it's not like that tier of gaming, but that holds a special place in my heart as well. But that'd be my answer. Kind of where I was at the time of my life. What about you guys?
Weird.
In the chat, what endears you to a game? Like your favorite games, why are they your favorite? Are they just because they're good games, or is there more to it?
Well, so what kind of pointed back for me was I had another class, and he mentioned something about my teacher mentioned something about Aristotle and what he liked in plays, and he said the second most important thing.
Aristotle plays Earthbound.
Because it's that old of a game.
Yeah.
Well, he was an astronomer of sorts, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's a lot of things.
Earthbound, so he's bound to Earth, but he's looking towards us. I don't know. I don't know.
Go on.
Regardless, the second most important thing that he said was important in plays, in theater, whatever the fuck they wanted to call it back then, was characters. And I never really thought about that. And when I'm thinking about this report, that was the first thing I thought of. After hearing that, it was like, I like Metal Gear Solid 3 because I like the characters. To this day, can you guess? Just guess who my favorite Metal Gear Solid character is.
Ocelot.
Yes.
That's mine too.
It is Revolver Ocelot, especially in MGS5.
I only know, like,
Is he better in
3
5?
names, so-
Because in 3 he is incredible.
Oh, he's great.
In 3 I took this from that game.
Oh,
of me going like this.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so freaking cool.
Yeah. You're pretty good.
Yeah.
I think there's a cool scene. So do you remember the scene where Boss, or Naked Snake at the time, first encounters Ocelot, and he's just essentially dissing him in front of his squad?
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Oh, you got a Makarov." He's like, "That's more of a, the way he fires." He's like, "You're trying to dampen the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique and all that shit."
Yeah.
Well, there's a scene in MGS5 when you go to Mother Base and he's teaching the guys how to shoot. And then one guy, he's got a Makarov, just whips it out and and he's like, he looks at him, he's like, "That's more of a revolver technique." And then he's like, yeah, you missed the recording part, but we're on the, what's it called? By the way, hi.
Yeah, we're recording the podcast right now.
He's like, "You're trying to dampen the recoil." He's like, "That's more of a revolver technique." And then he takes his gun, right, and starts fucking around with it, and he looks at it, and then the camera zooms in and he goes, "Engravings mean nothing on the battlefild," which is what Ocelot had.
Yeah.
He had engravings, like, they mean nothing.
That is so fantastic.
And then he gives it back. He's like, "That was some fancy shooting, though." and the thing is in this one, he's more reserved, but you could tell he respects, Big Boss. But I think he's my favorite character in Metal Gear because, well, one, he's in all of them.
He grows.
He grows.
He has so much growth. It's incredible.
I prefer him in like the earlier ones, like MGS3 and MGS5, because he's such a mysterious, cool character. But by the time you get to like MGS4, he's just fucked up in the head. And in 2, he's kind of like, "Oh, you're excessive."
Where does 5 sit in the timeline?
Okay, so it goes MGS3.
Mm-hmm.
Then a lot of people don't count Portable Ops, but that's where he meets Roy Campbell. That's where he meets Gray Fox or Frank Yeager. And then it goes to Peace Walker. Then it goes to Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain.
That's 5.
MGS5. And then from there it goes to Metal Gear 1, 2, and then Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Jesus.
Yeah, Metal Gear was a game on the NES.
Was it NES or no? It was the MSX.
No, that was 2. What was it? Weren't they?
I could have sworn the first one. The
Let me
second
check.
one-
Let me
yeah,
check on
double
that.
check.
Keep going.
But regardless, the main reason why I like that so much is because MGS3 so much is because every character had their own story. Every character was unique. Every character had their own flavor to them, right? So like you've got the boss. Okay, the boss is Snake's teacher, right? He essentially loves her, probably more than just motherly.
You're right. It was Metal Gear was in 1987 on the MSX2.
Yeah, so the boss, right, is this girl who's like stone cold. Like I rewatching MGS 3, like the movie like format that they had for it. She's happy in the beginning of the game, and you never see that the rest of the game. Like she's like, "Oh, it's good to see you again, Jack." She's like really happy to see him and shit. The rest of the game, she's like, "Fuck you," pretty much. I'm gonna kill you. And then you got Volgan, who's a sadist. And he's like, he gets off. He's like, he's a sexual just
Deviant.
tyrannosaur. He sleeps with guys, he sleeps with girls, and he likes to. He's a masochist, so he'll like cut you, and he gets off on it. Then you have the Cobra unit, which are all fucking weird, and then you've got Ocelot and Eva, who are essentially your contacts. But you got Ocelot, who's trying so hard to prove that he can stick, with you. Like, so much so that he even turns on... He almost blows his fucking cover just to fight boss. You remember the part... with Volgan when he's getting ready to fight Snake? And
Yeah.
then Ocelot's like, I'm fucking shoot you, bro. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Because he wants to fight Snake that bad. He wants to prove that he can, take on Snake. All that stuff. That's what kept me so wrapped up, was the characters and how they interacted. They all had their own backgrounds. They were all developed. They were all creative. They were all different. That's what makes them cool. And then, obviously, at the end of 3, hearing the revelation and stuff like that, it was told perfectly. Instead of being like her saying it.
And then Sonic, it brings you to it because he goes really fast.
Yeah, I cried. Mainly because the blast core processing just affected my eyesight, and I just started crying. Couldn't help it.
Oh, how's your parkour game going? You almost done with it?
He's so hyped. Well, if he's hyped about it, he's probably like, I can't wait to jump on shit.
let us review it. I'll take it.
Take it. But yeah, it's the interaction between the characters, and I think like even in Last of Us, for instance, Joel being this guy that was not perfect, and you almost didn't always root for him, was cool. It's nice. Same thing with Booker DeWitt protecting Elizabeth in BioShock Infinite. God, he's very much. He's kind of like, I'm just here to do a job, and then as it progresses, he's like, what the fuck is going on? And then it's like, shit, I care about this person. I need to save her. So it's pretty cool. It's the adventure, but it's who you take with you. And
Metal Gear needs to be spoken about in every show. That, Chrono Trigger, The Last of Us, and whatever else we mentioned.
Well, we usually do bring up Last of Us and Earthbound or Chrono Trigger or something to some extent.
I try so hard not to talk about Last of Us.
Oh,
I try
it's
so
such
hard
a
not to.
flagship for how gaming should be.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, it's like the poster child for like many different good things.
Yeah.
In gaming today.
For effort is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's a flagship for effort in gaming.
Yeah. The original game, Stepsty said, the original game with my friend is now being done without me. I haven't seen him in a while. I got my own project. First 5 levels finished, just 95 more.
Parkour.
Good luck, Stepsty.
Yeah.
Go watch that Office episode where they do parkour.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Parkour.
It's
Oh
an interesting
man.
topic, dude.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a like and comment below. We do videos including quizzes every Tuesday and a podcast every Friday. Check us out on twitch.tv/thisistheitch and theitchnetwork.com, where you can check out links to our podcast and our friends at Does This Game Suck? If you have any questions or topics for us, email us at theshow@theitchnetwork.com. And don't forget, we do new videos every week.